Yay! Attend the Tales of Hoffman. It's the Tales of Hoffman. In 1877, German-French composer Jacques Offenbach began composing this masterpiece in collaboration with French librettist Jules Barbier. Now, Offenbach was already pretty popular as a composer of frothy operetta. You may recognize this absolute bop of his. But he wanted to take his renown to the next level by composing a masterful, serious opera. And he did.
Yay.
Except he died. 4 months before the premiere at the Opera Comique, leaving Hoffman's fanciful tales incomplete and the rest of us to spend the following century uncovering lost manuscripts and bickering over which order to assemble the acts. A truly complex setup for the best opera edition of Legends of the Hidden Temple ever. Despite all this, the Tales of Hoffman has made its way into the hearts of opera lovers everywhere and has cemented its place in the standard repertory. Yas, Hoffenbach. But what is all the fuss about? Yeah! Don't worry, I've got you covered. I'm your teller of tales, Jake, here to lead you through the plot of Le Comte de Hoffman, and I am probably unnecessarily burdening myself with the personal challenge to accomplish this in 2 minutes, and go.
Prologue. Sometimes Act 1. Our titular tenor champion is a poet in love with a singer named Stella. He's chilling at the tavern with his buddies and decides to entertain them with a song about a guy named Kleinzock who could really use some more calcium. In walks Lindorf. He's a rich evil dude who also loves Stella and has intercepted a letter from her to Hoffman. The two guys recognize each other as enemies and they exchange insults. Hoffman's muse, disguised as his buddy Niklaus, interrupts the fight. But the poet is left shook. He begins to tell the story of his 3 past lovers and we're off, folks. Act 1. Act 2. In Paris, an inventor named Spallanzani has created a mechanical doll named Olympia. Hoffman thinks that Olympia is a real girl, but not entirely his fault because Coppelius has sold him a pair of magic glasses that make her appear human. Olympia dazzles the crowd with some Olympic-level coloratura and, despite breaking down a few times, completely enchants the spectacle-clad Hoffman and he declares his love for her. Coppelius, wanting a share of the profits made from Olympia, is gypped by Spallanzani and returns in a fury. Hoffman's glasses break, Coppelius tears Olympia to pieces, and the guests mock the poet for falling in love with a robot. Act 2, sometimes Act 3, occasionally Act 4, whatever. We meet Antonia, the next of Hoffman's lovers whose father has taken her away in the hopes of ending the relationship with the tenor. Also, she inherited this totally specific condition from her dead mother where if she sings, she dies. Hoffman shows up and the two immediately sing together. Hoffman leaves. Meanwhile, Dr. Miracla, arrives and says he has found a cure for Antonia. It's a Miracla! He conjures up the image of Antonia's mother, who urges her to sing, and the girl just can't resist. She sings, there's a high C sharp, she dies, and we all clap really loud because the music in this act is so good. Act 3, sometimes Act 2, you get the point. We've now got the courtesan Giulietta, who is singing a barcarolle with Niklaus at a party. Giulietta introduces Hoffman to her new boo, Schlemiel, Schlemazel. Haas and Miracla, I actually mean Dappertutto, shows up with a giant diamond and bribes Giulietta to steal the poet's reflection. She agrees, seduces the tenor, Schlemiel gets jealous and demands a duel, and Hoffman kills him. But he loses another one because next thing you know, Giulietta is riding away in a boat in the arms of another guy, and the hero is left without a lover or a reflection. Woof. Epilogue. And with all tales told, we learn that each story just describes a different aspect of one woman. Stella, who shows up at the tavern, finds Hoffman drunk, and leaves with Dr. Lindorfius, or whichever one he is now. Niklaus then undergoes a sickening reveal to her true form of muse and tells the poet to find consolation in his creative genius. The end.
Whew! Alright, that ends today's speed run of the opera Le Comte de Hoffman by Jacques Offenbach. If you like this video, please leave a comment below, share it with your friends, do all those fun social media things. Hey! See ya.